Ink-a-dink, 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 ink-a-dink. Wow! So, we're really going to have to do do those interviews with Tweety and Snarky fairly soon because, look, see what they have the power to graffiti you. And in fact, their T-shirts do say on them graffiti artist. So they're gonna we really need to do. Okay, Basil says. Says we're going to get to Tweety and Snarky, we promise. So enough of the enough of the fun and games with the graphics. Okay, thanks guys. Now on our last show we had added a corporate sponsor and that corporate sponsor apparently left us a couple little samples of their product on the table, and yeah, quite frankly, I mean, I'm a bit skeevish about whether this is what it says it purports to be, or whether it's something quite different. So, what do you mean? It's like you're looking right through me. I know you're acknowledging I saw your ear twitch, so I know you heard me. But that tweak of the left mustache, left whiskers, tells me you don't see me. That's one if by land and one I don't see you by land, and two I don't see you by sea, something like that. Oh, there you go. Okay, hold on. How's that? It says, said, even though I'm back from my motorboat ride, I'm still a little bit wobbly. Okay, so your eyes? Okay, he's clearly, Tweety, Snarky, enough with the graphics. That's I think you're getting Basil's goat a little bit. At any rate, so we had this new corporate sponsor last show, and we had a sample here on the table, and I'm going to use the paper scoop to scoop it up so I can identify it to the audience. Okay. Now, supposedly, there is a candy company merger in the works between Hershey's and Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Roll is owned by Hershey.
Okay, I spoke too soon. Basil said, says, go ahead, take a chance, taste it. Basil, for you, I will. No shit. Okay. Oh, okay, go. We've got a sample. Okay. In wrapper. And it says Tootsie Roll. And it's somewhere on this it says fun size, which I guess means to say that there used to be no fun to eat, but now they're fun. Now that they made them in the right size. Okay. And that's apparently almost unanimous. So we also have a new corporate sponsor, Basil, but I don't want to get too far into the show without us doing the interviews. Hey guys, cut it out. See, we really need to at least ask Snarky or Tweety, or perhaps both of them, a little something about their background. Now, we talked about this on an early show, one of our early shows a couple of years ago. But Snarky, we understand that you were at one time the family pet of the H.W. Bush, George H.W. Bush family. That's the elder Bush. They refer to him as Bush 41. Saddam Hussein referred to him as the Big Bush in reference to the younger Bush being the little Bush. But that was just one of those little quirky inter family arguments with their friends in the Arab world. But at any rate, so Snarky, is it actually true that you were at one point the family dog of the George H.W. Bush family? Snarky flapped his ears, and I think that's a big yes. Okay, so Basil said, okay, enough of that. On with the show. No, look, because they're still gonna come on, guys. Okay, we have to at least address Tweety with one background question. Okay, I'll do it for you, Basil. Tweety, are you in any way related to the Tweety from the famous comedy cartoon duo Tweety and Sylvester? Tweety said needs another question. That's not an appropriate question because the answer is yes. It's too simple. You need to ask him something that's a little bit more open ended. Okay, Tweety. Here, Basil is going to give you one of his long drawn out questions now. First, I'll quote him, and then I'll put it in English for those in the audience that haven't learned to speak cat yet. And as we normally do, kids, you need to learn to speak the language of your house pet, because in fact there are more households in the United States that have cat as their second language than households that have Irish as their second language, Portuguese as their second language, Spanish is their second language. You could go down the list. Italian, any of those. Probably, in fact, all of those languages as second languages in household put together probably don't add up to the number of households in the United States that have cat as their second language. Okay, so again, Tweety. And now I'll say it for the audience that hasn't yet learned, etc., etc. Hey, Tweety, tell us what got you interested in media, in being involved in a classy TV show like Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Okay. Tweety's holding up. He wrote it on a cue card, so I don't have to translate for him. Tweety says, actually, Basil helped Tweety out with a previous show. Tweety had a show on Comcast called Tweety Presents. Ran for 17 years. Says he ran out of material, so he gave up on it. But as an homage to Basil, he told Basil he'd help out for a couple of years, and so that's the background on that. That's the background on the Tweety show. Okay. So, is that it? Are we going to move? Well, we have all these other corporate sponsors we need to deal with. Wow. It is, in fact, Basil's other human calling from some undisclosed location. Okay, so we'll let her leave a message, and then we'll get a chance. We'll give her a call back later on in the show. So at any rate, so here we go. We've established that somewhere amongst here, Tootsie Roll. We don't have any Hershey's yet, so we'll have to forego that for the moment. Oh, wait a second now. Did Kevin Gallagher leave us another clue as to... Oh, okay. 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 Okay, it says, and this I guess is a little something else from Tweety and Snarky, unstable cat-shaped birds. And I guess those are the letters in Basil BuddhaCat Presents. So, they're, well, I hope you guys are going to ease up a little bit on us now that Basil's come forth and done the beginning of an interview with you. Okay. So, what do we have lined up for today at any rate, Basil? Basil said, that I got nothing planned. What do you want to do? Okay, well then let's, while we're thinking about planning out our next list of corporate sponsors, we talked a little while back about the notion of Basil being, calling himself, rightly so, Detective Basil. And he's going to have his little Sherlock Holmes hat, and he's going to be the crime-solving cat. But we're not ready quite for that yet. That's just a little hint as to a future show. Do you want to do another tidbit of cat news, subtitled "Screw Fox News"? Basil says, nah. Try again. Okay. Well, we had a guest that was we were hoping to get on. One of your friends from I think it's Patriot Update or Godfather Politics or one of those crazed lunatic sites that we communicate on with folks that are I guess they call themselves Tea Party members, unless TP stands for something else. But there's one particular gal on there, Denise. She identifies herself as Denise the Celt, and she's given us some food for thought about something about the Holocaust didn't happen. Something about she's got some interesting and according to Basil, pretty crazed ideas, and I'll go along with that. But okay, next. Maybe we'll get a call in from her. Here's out to you, Denise the Celt. Oh, you have a line through Denise the Celt, and you have written underneath it for me, Charisse the Smelt. Or is that Cherise who smelt? I don't know. So anyway, so we spent a little time in the Matrix the other day, and there's a Matrix in Danbury, but that's not to be confused, even though it says Matrix Corporate Center. So we got this little tidbit, this little sample, and it's not from the same labs that produce Dermacil. Now 25% more of something. So this I think it's supposed to be uses for hand sanitizing. Now apparently it also says that if you mix it with Dermacil, you're going to get an explosion. So kids, let that be a warning to you. So there's one of our new corporate sponsors, Matrix Corporate Center, and it also says on here to be endorsed also by Neo at some future date. Well, you got us for now. Okay. So we got a couple more ones you want to do, a couple more corporate shout-outs. Let's do our easy ones. Schweppes with Schweppervescence. There you go. Use your imaginary straw. And also the ever popular, with a P, photoshopped in. We've been told it's photoshopped and not airbrushed. Paw root beer with the can, an aluminum can made to look like a barrel of root beer with some foam, apparently foam, coming over the edge, made with aged vanilla. And we figured it can't be as aged as Schweppes with Schweppervescence, because Schweppes claims that it's since 1783. And Paw root beer, or its predecessor, A&W root beer, is only since 1919. So is that it? Did you want to? We're waiting for some call-ins. How about we also? Well, we have to do the 8-ball commercial also. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to hold off on that. Let's see. It's coming on the Inky Dink phone. Okay. Good evening. Thank you for calling Basil BuddhaCat Presents. We have not yet advanced you to the either the medium-sized phone or the important phone. But by the way, who is this? Basil? Tweety, check it out. Okay. It's we're not sure where she lives exactly, but she says it's actually Denise the Celt, a.k.a. Cherise the Smelt. So, do you want to converse with us, or? No, she says, look out the window. There's a cross burning on your front lawn. Okay, we'll check that out later. I don't hear the fire department here quite yet, but I'm sure they will be. But thanks for calling. Okay. It's here somewhere. I don't see the. I see a squash. Whoops. Hold on. Place is falling apart right now. Okay. So I can't find the. I can't find our 8-ball, but it's around here somewhere. Well, we found most of our sponsors. That'll keep us going for at least another show or two. Here, hold on. Look a bit parched. Okay. I don't see your straw around, so we can't. You can't use that imaginary. Hey, look at this. I don't know if this is a corporate sponsor yet, but I'm going to put in a word for it. Vaseline, 100% pure petroleum jelly, original skin protectant. Take that, Dermacell. Protects minor cuts and burns, and it's got a very brief list of ingredients, apparently, because it's 100% pure petroleum jelly. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's a little phone again, so, well, we're not doing too well with the important callings today. Thank you for calling Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Just confirm this, Tweety. I think it's our friend of the show, Ted Nugent. Not to be confused with Ted Agnew. Nugent says, that guy is a flamin' freaking leftist, liberal commie, so don't mention me in the same sentence as him. Spiro Agnew? Okay. Oh, he says he sent along the tube of the little container of Vaseline because he had some leftovers from when he coated his moat around his property to keep out undesirables. Not to mention, along with the 8,500 Uzis and AK-47s and other weaponry that he has to protect himself from the government. Okay, he says he's also having a little problem because he put a little too much Vaseline on it. He's making it hard for him to climb out of his moat to come add a second burning cross to our front lawn. Thank you for calling, and we'll talk with you, I'm sure, later on. So, what do you think? I mean, we're not really long on show today, are we, Basil? And Basil says, it says his the motorboat ran out of gas on Candlewood Lake, and then now he's running out of gas. So I've got a very short list of things here. Unless we get some more calling. Okay. Hey, it's a big phone this time. Thank you for calling Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Basil, hey, Tweety. I don't know if you've got a way to determine if this is correct, but apparently, Basil, the gentleman at the other end of the line claims to be Neo from The Matrix. And thank you for calling. Did you notice our new corporate sponsor? Says, yeah, but sorry, wrong Matrix. That's the Matrix Corporate Center in Danbury, Connecticut, and it doesn't really doesn't quite compare. It kind of pales in comparison to Neo's Matrix. So okay. Any other thoughts? Would you like to? Okay. Neo says in the future there are no such people as Tea Party members. So he feels safe from being treated. Whoa, boy. Okay. Skeleton now with 30% less bones. Says he feels safe, and there's other guys out there in the future that are causing problems, but thank goodness, at least it's not Denise the Celt. Actually, he says the history books describe her as being, in very teensy-tiny letters, says being Charisse Denise the Smelt, or Denise who smelt. Okay, thanks for calling. Okay. Well, we're stitching together a show. Oh, your slippers are a little bit askew. Okay. Basil's got his where the wild things are slippers on, and he always wants to get comfortable for the show, and that's important to him that he's comfortable, and he wants me to be, of course, dressed up with a tie and all the other other accoutrements, but he says as long as he's comfortable, it's okay. So, okay. Big phone again. Good evening. Thank you for calling Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Okay, Basil. Okay, we got to sort this out. We got to go to a clip of something or other while we sort this out. And with that, we're going to have to call it a show. Thank you for watching Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Basil BuddhaCat, host of the show. David Stevenson, co-host, interpreter-in-chief gopher. And thank you for watching.
They say they'd rob your grandma blind on Wall Street, on Wall Street. Fritter her away her Medicare on Wall Street. And Pharma Oil and their pet fox don't care if she lives in a box, so long as they wear platinum jocks on Wall Street, on Wall Street. Meow.
And with that, we're going to have to call it a show. Thank you for watching Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Basil BuddhaCat, host of the show. David Stevenson, co-host, interpreter-in-chief Gopher, and